right.
What
Culture Sale,
up?
episode number 19.
Yes, we got on the same clothes. We've been working overtime.
We're another goddamn age now. We're not barely legal. We're legal now. Okay. Still can't drink though.
And don't talk about our clothes, man. This is back-to-back segments, so shut up.
Nah, fuck that.
I wasn't gonna change. It's not doggone Soul Train where we got like 9 changes
the same drinks
or whatever.
and shit.
Same drink, dog. Same drink. Next hour. This is next episode. All right.
All right. So I had this. I don't even know what the fuck you'd call it. I had a fucking dispute. Something I didn't fucking like happened today. Okay. Somebody very close to me, family member. You know, I'm half black, half white. And somebody white on social media referred to one of my friends as a nigga, which, you know, is a form of endearment, you know, because she was using it in that way and intending it to be that way, not as a slander or anything like that. But considering, first off, you don't talk like that. You know what I'm saying? That come on, man, that's not you. Second, the fact that you felt comfortable enough and shit to do that with me and shit was like, I don't remember us ever being that kind of cool. Number 3, the friend that you're referring to and shit is a black dude who lives in Mississippi. So that racial, all that shit, it's why everybody else is finally getting privy to it and shit. It's been going down in Mississippi. You know what I'm saying? So it's not nothing new. You know what I mean? So to not be extra sensitive and shit, you know what I'm saying, especially in the climate right now, is fucking asinine at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? I was not okay with it. You know, I had to check the situation respectfully. You know, I tried at the end of the day, and you know, the initial apology just wasn't too sincere. You know, it was a little more like, you know, oh, well, that's the way I talk. You know that I talk crazy. I'm a work in progress. You know what I'm saying? First off, I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, the way you talk, as far as you saying bitch, and as far as you, you know, maybe saying a lot, or, you know, as far as you fucking, you know, maybe being a little loud or something like that, you know, that's work in progress shit. You know what I'm saying? But using the word nigga, whatever, when you are not one and shit, and then referring to another fucking black dude and shit as one when you are not one and shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's very insensitive, you know what I'm saying, to the times, you know what I'm saying? And that it can't be tolerated right now. Like, it can't be. And not that I ever tolerated before, because, again, this is fucking new to me. You know what I mean? But, you know, it's crazy. Like, I told this to her or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know who the fuck, what black dudes and shit she was around that made her feel that it was okay and shit to say those words and shit when referring to another black man. And, or in general, you know what I'm saying, just ever at all. You know, and whoever did that, you know what I'm saying, like, fucking shame on you, motherfucker. But at the same time, dude, when you're outside of the circle, whatever, that supposedly gave you permission, you know what I'm saying, to say nigga, you know, understand or whatever, then not everybody's gonna accept that shit. So unless you're fucking hall monitors and shit, you know what I'm saying, that gave you that pass and shit to go ahead and say that, you know what I'm saying, are around or whatever, like, I would recommend not saying it. You know what I'm saying? Because there's a lot of people in the shit, you know what I'm saying, who would take that shit offensively. There's even white people today now, you know what I'm saying, that will take that shit offensively. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, y'all better be careful, man. Yeah, this shit is not a game right now. You know what I'm saying? It's not about, oh, I talk like this. It's about fucking knowing the history and shit behind that word and shit. You know what I'm saying? Know what it means. You know what I'm saying? Know what it signifies right now. You know what I'm saying? Know what it means whenever you say it right now. You know what I'm saying? It's not the time. We can't play with that shit right now. You know what I mean? If we want respect and shit, you know what I'm saying, we have to fucking respect the things, whatever they're supposed to be ours and shit, you know what I'm saying, that have meaning and shit, you know what I'm saying. There's a reason why the motherfuckers and shit are not allowed to say it. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people don't understand history. You know what I'm saying? That's cool. You know what I'm saying? But if you are not one of us and shit, you should not be saying that shit. You know what I'm saying? There's other racial slurs and shit, you know what I'm saying, that other fucking ethnicities and shit, you know what I'm saying, probably call each other and shit. Other people are not allowed to call, you know what I'm saying, them, and, you know, we don't do that shit either.
Well,
So,
shit. Here, case in point. And I heard this gentleman say it one time. He says, you know, and what's funny is, you know, because, I mean, any brother, you all have white friends or whatever, and they say, well, you know, you guys say it in songs or you guys say it in the crowd or whatever. Okay, look. If you have a girlfriend or wife or whatever, and they're talking with their friends or whatever, and you happen to be sitting there, you come around the corner, and a group of women are talking to each other, they're speaking, and you hear them, oh, whore, oh, you bitch, you that. Okay, that's a group of women that are talking. They're having a conversation, it's a group of women. So, are you going to come around the corner with drinks or whatever and say, hey, are you bitches thirsty or whatever? No, you're not. Why? Because that is not your platform. That's the women's platform. That's them talking. That's their platform. So that does not give you the right as the man to come into their platform and start using terms that they're using, calling each other, because when you say it, it is considered derogatory. It is disrespectful. It's just not. It's not right. Period.
for them
that
amongst
is,
each other, that's a term of endearment.
That is them talking. They're them with each other. Yes, but when you come around the corner and you say, "Hey, y'all, hey, bitches, y'all want something to drink?" Okay, every last one of them, including your significant other, your girlfriend, wife, whatever, can turn and look at you like, "What the fuck are you doing? And what did you just say?" Just because they said it doesn't give you the right to jump into the conversation and say it. So, for everybody has those white friends, I got white friends too, that when you get in that circle, it is not okay. And like I said, especially at this particular time, and I don't even like a whole lot of brothers saying it out in public, and because people think that they have the right, or they actually have the audacity to say it to somebody and think that it's okay. Well, I have black friends. That doesn't mean shit, because if I know you grew up around nothing but brothers, and then you heard them say, "This is how you speak," or whatever, when we're out on the scene, we're out. If you don't have the damn sense to keep your tongue in your mouth with certain words, something is horribly wrong. That means you are a severely immature individual to not know your surroundings and to actually speak out and say things. Because a lot of people think that they have the right to say this particular word, the right to say this word because somebody else says it. It does not give you the right to say that word. It's wrong. And I know a lot of you kids out there, you're on your sports teams because you got these, brothers as your friends, your teammates or whatever, and you get to use that word loosely, and you happen to walk to a mall or you're at a party somewhere and you let that word slip. And like he said, you don't have your hall monitors, they gave you that pass with you, whatever. You just dug yourself a big ass hole that you cannot get out of. There's no ladder.
Fuck about where you grew up at.
They really don't. They don't care who you hung around with, who you hang with.
I was only white
who
kid
your
in my school.
Stepbrother is, who your stepdad is, who your stepmama is. None of that. You're about to get got. And that's a serious thing. And people need to start taking that into consideration.
I mean, shit, that's kind of what happened with Mike Perry.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like, he went around, whatever, and he said it on social media or whatever. You know, having a conversation with Tyra Woodley or whatever. And I think he said it a couple times, whatever, on Twitter and shit like that or whatever. And, okay. His whole thing was, I was like the only white kid at my school, you know what I'm saying, where I came from, and da-da-da. So I said it over there, and, now he's going around, he's calling, now, again, remember, he's calling all the white people fucking nigga, and this is whatever, but it's like, you're on camera doing it and shit. Again, everybody in the nation has seen you The people in your city understand. Everybody else is like, what the fuck are you doing?
And that's what people have to understand.
You know what I'm saying?
Because I worked in corporate. And everybody that works in corporate knows damn well that you speak differently when you're in the workplace. You speak differently when you're in work meetings. You speak differently when you go to conferences than what you do with your buddies when you're at your home and you're chilling and you're playing shooting pool or throwing darts or whatever, just having a barbecue. Those are your friends that you grew up with, and there's certain type of professionalism that you need to uphold and carry when you're out in the public, period. If you say that damn word and I'm not around you, whatever, you're at your home, I don't give a rat's behind what you say in your home. Don't care. When you're out in the public and you start running your face and flapping your gums and using words loosely, and somebody out in the public hears you say that and use that word loosely, you just offended them deep down to their soul because you really don't understand where the root of that word comes from, and they are that offended and they strike you in the mouth. Do not be offended. Because as a little kid, when you're running around and you use a profanity and a cuss word comes out of your mouth and your parents strike you in the mouth, are your parents in the wrong? No, because they are disciplining you. They are actually assisting you to not be so doggone stupid, irresponsible out in the public. So when you run your mouth out there in the public and some stranger disciplines you and pops you in the mouth and says, watch your mouth, you actually deserve that dog. He has no right to hit me. You have no right to use that word. It's the same. So don't think that just because you have the freedom of speech, you have the right. Keep thinking that, and you're going to get yourself in the wrong situation. The wrong situation. And I'm speaking real. I'm speaking real. The wrong situation. All right, so let us try our damnedest to refrain from using that particular word, especially, just like Sel said, especially at this time, right now is the wrong time, because there's so much shit going on in this world with the social injustice and everything going on. You really should watch what you do, when you do it, why you do it, how you do it.
If you don't think like that, then set a better example for people who don't think like that.
Absolutely.
Who look like you.
And if you have buddies that do that, check them. Check them now, check them tomorrow, check them as soon as you can, check them every chance you get, because they will get you in the wrong situation. Check them, period.
I think we're fucking good on this one.
Absolutely. Short segment. Just have to get to the point, get it across, because it's a very important message that we need to send across. We're not cross with anybody. We're not telling people that we dislike certain ethnicities, whatever. We're just saying certain things. I don't care who you are. Let us try our damnedest not to offend any ethnicity out there. Why use any kind of derogatory name, word, whatever, phrase to demean somebody or whatever? Why would you want to offend somebody on purpose? Let us be responsible. Let us be adults. And let us have respect for one another. Maybe then, and only then, we can make America great. Not again, make America great by showing some type of respect for our fellow people, period. Coach and Sell out. We'll see you next time.
Deuces.